We are learning more information about what led a police officer to being dragged by a car that he pulled over. Covington police say the officer is now recovering at home this morning. Investigators say it started with a shoplifting call at Walmart. They say the officer tried to pull over the suspect, Destinee Riggins, who then drove off with the officer hanging out of the window. He eventually fell off after a few hundred yards.
No, there was no need in all that. That was just unnecessary. It probably could have been a simple, petty, maybe misdemeanor type charge. And, you know, she's done turned it into something more extravagant and could have taken someone's life out of it.
Shoplifting charges in Georgia can be a misdemeanor or felony, depending on the amount taken. Police say Riggins ditched the car at a gas station with two of her family members inside. Police found her at a nearby apartment complex, and she now faces several charges, including aggravated assault against a law enforcement officer.